Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the channel called the Data Scientist Makeup. I am a data scientist, but I have a huge interest on makeup. And here we will talk about what my normal daily routine, what are the new products I have, and a bunch of little tutorials. I hope it's helpful. And if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. So this is my very first video, and what I would like to do is to give you a overview of how do I do my makeup and what kind of makeup do I wear to go to work. It's pretty like a natural, daily, everyday friendly makeup, and just please keep on watching. Okay, so after I clean my face, the very first step I would like to do is use eye cream to make sure I have a hydrated under eye area. And that will make a great canvas for the further makeups. And after that, I will use this Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base using as my primer. So I would use this much and just put on my palm, rub, and then just put on my face. Well, I'm well prepared and hydrated. And then next step I would ever do is actually applying some SPF. It's really essential for you to put on some SPFs because all of the sun damage for your skin. And this particular one is from Japan, and it has SPF 50 plus and PA+++++. So I will just shake it first. Put on some on my palm. So I put like pretty generous amount in general. And then apply evenly on my face. Yep, and that's all I will do before I apply any foundation. And for foundation today, I'm going to use my La Mer one. I really like this one because it doesn't give you like too matte a base, but it's also like not too luminosity. And I'm using the shade 01 Porcelain. I bought this a really long time ago, like 2018-ish. And fun fact, when I'm buying this foundation, they don't have my shade because like this is apparently a cool tone foundation and I have more neutral towards to a little bit of warm tone. So what I generally will do is I would like to mix with my Guerlain Light Essential. I have this one in 01W. And I would mix a little bit with this one, just like this much. And then I will use my fingertips to just give it a well mix. And it will look like this. I'll just directly apply on my face. And I will use the beauty sponge to actually grab all the product on my hand, like this, and then just apply it on my face. So for foundation, I actually like light to medium coverage. I'm not like a full coverage person. And another reason I really like this foundation is because it has like a skincare benefit. For me, I would like to invest a lot of money on my base makeup like foundation to make sure I have a healthy base. I don't know how to say it. Oh, this piece of hair annoys me. Just to make sure it applied evenly. Yep. And then next up, I would like to apply some concealers. So I use this Dior Forever Skin Correct in the color 1CR. I know this isn't actually my color, and the reason I'm using it because it has a little bit of peachy undertone. So I actually use this concealer to correct my under eyes. I will just apply a little bit like here and a little bit up here. And then I will just use my beauty blender to blend it. I felt like sometimes if I directly apply some concealer, it doesn't really cover some of the darkness under your eyes, and in that case, I think I have to apply some correctors, and this is exactly the purpose of that. Yep, I will just apply like so, and then I will use my normal concealer. I use the Tarte Shape Tape in the color 12N. This one has a really full coverage, and that's generally not what I like to do, so I would just like apply a little bit on the back of my hand, use my finger, and grab a little bit, just a dab on the place. I think I need to add a little bit much besides of the Dior one. So like so. Now I just use the beauty sponge as well to blend it well into the skin. Make sure it's nice and blended. And then I'll grab some setting powders. This one I'm using is from the Chanel. It's the old version, it's not the latest one. And I have my personal imprint. Isn't it really pretty? So I will have a little bit of here, and just directly grab the sponge and get a little bit on the corner here. Not directly on the hole, I don't want to contaminate it. So like this much. I'll just lightly set my under eyes area. Like so. And then I will get a pretty fluffy brush, like this one, and lightly dust on my entire face. Like so. And then next step I would like to do is to contour my face. I actually towards to contour and bronze at the same time. So I have the Tom Ford Glow Bronzer in the number 2 Terra. I really like this tone. It's not like too warm and it's not like too cool. It's like the perfect bronze and contour shade for me. And I will use this Refer number 22 bronzer brush to do this. I will just tap a little bit on the tips of the brush and then cheekbone. I have a pretty wide face, the bone structure, so I would like to apply a little bit more here so that my face can look a little bit narrower. And then I will apply a little bit on my forehead and a little bit on my chin. Generally, I wouldn't like purposely do a nose contour, and the reason is because I wear eyeglasses in my normal life, so there's not much of point to just like do a precise nose contour. I would just use whatever is left on my brush and just easily try to find the line here, the contour line here, just to go easily like this. Yep, and that would be my nose contour. Next up, I would like to apply some blush. Normal life, I would like to apply a little bit like pinkish blush compared to coral, orangey, and pinky. I would say I'm more like a pink blush person. So I would like to use the one I just bought not a long time ago, the new Dior Backstage one in the pink, in the shade 001 pink. And it looks like this. just grab a little bit on the brush, tap it, and put on the apples of the cheek, and then blend a little bit. And for my face shape, I find it's really flattering if I just use as a triangle instead of just a pop on the cheekbone. Not cheekbone, sorry, the apple of the cheeks. Now I'm going to apply some highlighter. I'm a highlighter junk as well. I have tons of highlighter. I used to really like a blending highlight, but now I think I'm more towards to like the natural glow. This one is pretty famous. It's the MAC Double Gleam. This one is pretty beaming actually, but I would just like grab a little bit and tap it and go really light-handed on the cheekbone. And that's it. It's like a barely there glow for this one, and I found it's really pretty. A little bit of chin. Yep. Next step I would generally like to do is to do my eyebrows. So I will use this Benefit Precise My Brow Pencil in the color number 4. I don't generally review a lot of brow product because I naturally have a pretty full brow. I would just use this to kind of fill my gaps a little bit. And then I would just brush it through to make it look more natural. Yep, that's it for my eyebrows. So I will use the matte pin pot to prime my eyes, and the color I'm using is Bare Study, but to be honest, I don't really like this color, but I bought it, so I will use it anyway, because it's really shimmery. Next time I will choose like a matte one instead of the shimmery satiny one. But anyway, it gives a pretty good staying power. Like so. So in my general makeup day, I would just use the cream one. This one is from the Charlotte Tilbury, the Eyes to Mesmerize in Marie Antoinette. But I'm sure she changed the name. I'm not sure what's the newest name, but I bought this earlier this year. I would just apply to my lid. And this one is also to my lid. And then I would just blend the edge with a blending brush. This brush, I bought this from the Makeup Show in the number H20. This one is like a squirrel hair one. I want to make it look like barely there kind of eyeshadow look for my work. I will just apply a little bit on the under eye as well. I like this one pretty much. It's the Tom Ford number 11. I like this shape really much. So I'll use one of my favorite palettes. This one's from the Pat McGrath. Yeah, I know, it's really expensive. This one is the Mothership 5. Wait, what's the name of this? Brown Seduction? If I remember it correctly. As you can see, I actually used a lot. So I would just tap a little bit of this color. And tap. This shadow is really pigmented. And I would just lightly press on the outer corner to give it a dimension. Give it some dimension. And for personal reference, I really like a soft eye instead of like a really strong pigmented color. So I will use a little bit of this color. I will still use this color, but with a lightly more dense brush to along the outer corner of my lower lash line. this brush from Chanel. It's called eyeshadow. I'm not sure which number this is, but it's like a taped flamingo, not flamingo, what I'm saying, flame shaped brush. Yep, I will get this color to pop on my inner corner to give it a glow, and a little bit under the brow. And then I would take a really dense brush to give it some pop on the middle of my eyes. I mean, it's really the personal preference. For me, I like a little bit of shimmery, but if you don't like it, that's fine. You can just leave as it. For me, I would take a little bit of this color on the bottom here with a shift of gold. I'll just lightly apply on the middle of my eye. The best way to apply those shimmery shades here on Pat's special formula is actually by finger. But for me, that's fine. I'm just like adding a little bit pop, so it's fine for me to not like, use the finger to give it the full glam look. Yep, and that's for my eye. And next step would be some eyeliners. So for the eyeliner, I'm actually using the Love Liner Liquid. It's also from Japan. I think this liner is pretty good because it's pretty black and it's pretty easy to use. Also, it's like a lot cheaper than a lot like the North American brands. This one I think is like $25 Canadian dollars, not the USD. Not sure about the USD, sorry. So I would just use like this. I don't like a dramatic line for my normal like work life, so I would just like give it a pretty thin line along my lash line. Although I'm doing this, but I'm not dragging my skin. I'm just giving it a slightly push. But like when you're applying the eyeliner, your eye should still be whatever it should be when you're not pulling it. Yep. And this would be my eye look, basically finished. I'm not a mascara person. It's not because like I don't like mascara, it's because based on my eye shape and where my eyelashes locate, it doesn't matter. Like there's no difference for me to apply mascara or not. So I would just leave it as it. So next step, I would just apply some lip product. So for my everyday work life, I prefer a nude instead of like more colors. So today I will use the Chanel, this new lip liner, 156 number 156 to line my lips. Oops, wrong side. Which color should I use? For today's look, I would like to go with the Charlotte Tilbury one. It's the Stone Rose from her, I think this one's the Kissing formula. I don't know. But this one feels pretty hydrated. So it's like this color. It's like this color. Or just lightly apply on my lips. Yep. And sometimes if you feel it's not like hydrated enough, I would also apply some lip gloss. For today's look, I would just use the NARS one. Oh my god. I think this one is called Huahine. Huahine. I'm not sure. I would just apply a little bit on the center. I use the classic one, the Urban Decay All Nighter. Shake a little bit and then let it dry. And that's all. That's what I would do if I go to work like this. And like I told you, I always wear my glasses when I go to work. And if you want to take a look, it's basically like this. Yeah, just like so. Thank you for watching my video, and that's all for the very first video. And subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!